Hello folks, welcome to this new World Cup stories. This time we are managing France at the Qatar World Cup. We've had a great time managing England and Uruguay previously. Yes, it's France this time. And the restriction that we randomly selected for France is that we are going to have to play a different formation every single game we play. Yes, I am not looking forward to this. I have about 3 formations that I use. Let's dive on in straight away and look at the lucky 26 players who managed to make it into the French squad. And what a squad it is, full of talent and pseudo-talent. We'll start at the back. We have got Mike Maignan and Ilian Meslier, who is playing at Leeds currently. I thought we had to get a bit of, those two players are fairly young, inexperienced. That's not quite true, is it? But I wanted to have someone with a huge amount of experience who isn't necessarily going to play matches, but can just, offer up a pearl of wisdom. And Hugo Lloris is that man, of course. On the right side, well, there's really only Pavard who can play on the right side, sort of a straight right-sided midfield, right-sided defender. But you've got a bunch of other players who can play that role. Kurt Zouma is a very effective right-back. So I think we've got that covered. There are other players in there who can do that job. On the left side, we've got lots of options down the left. Hernandez, Digne, Mendy, and Hernandez. I've said Hernandez, haven't I? No, it's 2 Hernandez. Jesus. Yeah, there we go. So 3-4 players who can play down the left side, left wing back or whatever else. In the middle of the park, in defence, there is quite a fantastic amount of quality back here. If we just have a look at ability ratings, you can see we've got the likes of Upamecano, who's 3.5 star, Kurt Zouma, who's 3-star, getting a few games. Varane, of course, and Presnel Kimpembe, all of whom are exceptionally good centre-backs. So I think we're pretty good in the centre. In fact, I'm pretty happy across the back line. In goal, maybe not so great, but we've got some decent defenders in there. Slightly higher up the pitch, we've looking in the centre of midfield. This is possibly where we're a little bit weak. We've got 3 exceptional central midfielders in Kante, Pogba and Rabiot. But that's it. That is it. I did have Guendouzi originally in the squad, and we had to trim it down, and I got rid of him, and I'm kind of regretting that now. I think we needed an extra player in there. I think we've got 1 or 2 players who can play in that role, but not necessarily effectively. So that is a position where we are a little bit on the weak side. On the wings, we're not at all weak. The likes of Thomas Lemar down the left side, Uwe and Kingsley Coman all can play down the left. We've got Dembele, who can play everywhere. Fekir, likewise. Griezmann, who's up front, everywhere. Anthony Martial. There is so much attacking quality. Not all of them are absolutely exceptionally quality, but they're all able to provide something. And right up the top, obviously, Griezmann can do that, but we have Kylian Mbappe, who is pretty much the star of the French squad. And the player I definitely felt I needed was Olivier Giroud. He's 36 now, but I don't feel we've got any physical presence in the attacking players that we have. Obviously, Pogba is fairly physical, but leading the line, having someone we can bring on in the likes of Giroud, I think is a pretty decent option. Let me know what you thought of the squad. Players who didn't make it. So we have the likes of Moussa Dembele, likes of Clément Lenglet, who's a very good defender at Barcelona. Sami Umtiti, who's not really getting games at Barcelona, but he's a very good player. And probably the 2 biggest ones, as I said, that I would have liked to get into the squad was Guendouzi in central midfield, and Wesley Fofana, who he was the one I was kind of thinking, do I, don't I? And in the end, I decided to go with experience over youth. Whether that's a mistake, I don't know. But that's what we went with, and Jules Koundé from Sevilla, he got the nod over Fofana. Don't know whether that's the right move. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. In terms of how we've started, we've played one match in a friendly, and you can see here Pogba and Mbappe with the goals, beating South Korea 2-0, pretty comfortable, and we got a chance to start out with a probably that format. Well, it's not a formation we're sticking with because we have to have a different one each game. So we gave this one a little bit of a free run out in the friendly, and this is what we're going for with the first game. It's certainly not one that I think is one of our strongest formations because it doesn't make use of those wide attacking midfielders. It doesn't make use of our good quality left and right backs that we've got access to. But we are against a weakened side, or weaker side, and I feel we need to get rid of one of the, a formation that's not particularly strong, a formation that we're not going to miss having the ability to choose. So this is what we're going with. It's a 3-4-1-2, fairly straightforward. We're going to be positive. It's a fairly high line of engagement. We counter, but we're not going crazy there. Passing into space is always something I like. We're going to try and play wide. I don't know whether that's a mistake or not, trying to use the width that the only width we can have is through these two here. I don't know whether that's going to be helpful or not, but that's what we're going with. Hopefully it's enough to beat Tunisia. Right then, folks, let's get into it. We're playing the game right now. So here we go. We're walking out. I haven't gone through the team. We'll do that right away when we can. Right, before we start properly, let's get those teams. Let's go through the team. And this is our first squad. Mbappe and Benzema leading the line. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. Griezmann just behind. I think having those three together, or having Giroud with a couple of those, Mbappe and Griezmann either side of it, is going to be nice. The four midfielders are Hernandez, Pogba, Kante and Dembele. And the back line is Kimpembe, Varane and Upamecano with Maignan in goal. I think it's a strong team. It doesn't really suit us in terms of the players that we have, but we've got enough players to make it work. So let's see how we do. Right, well, pretty one-way traffic at the minute. It's all France really, but we haven't seen a chance up until now. Pogba's got it here. Here's Griezmann, finds Benzema into Dembele, and to be honest, that was just dreadful defending from the Tunisians because no one went to the striker. He was just standing in acres of space and just picked him out here. Dead easy. We're 1-0 up. Griezmann into Benzema. It was a cracking ball here, but no one thought to pick him up again, did they? And the defender just right in the last minute realised he was in the open, tried to make a challenge. So it could have been a penalty, but didn't matter. We got the goal. 1-0. Right, it's not an action-packed, highlight-packed thing, but we do have another potential chance here. Theo down the left side. I think it's Theo Fernandez. Oh, a little sort of chipped shot. I mean, that was cheeky as heck. Hit the bar with it, but yeah, well done. And yeah, solid first half. Not really giving up much. One chance of any note. Tunisia. We looked pretty comfortable with a formation that is flipping awful. So yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to changing this up for the Denmark game coming afterwards. I think we're playing Denmark next up. Second half underway, and looks like the French have got it again. Kante, but it is cleared. Laouni. That's a bad challenge from Kante. Hadidi, and Hannibal's got it. Oh my. Well, I don't even know what happened there. It looked like the player's leg came off, and because he was standing nowhere near it, and he managed to shoot into the goal from there. I don't really understand it. It is awarded, but let's have a look at that one again. I mean, they've not really had anything to do. There's Hannibal, and what's the defence doing here? It hit him on the head, and maybe we should be defending a little bit better there. So that's not great. Back to 1-1. Benzema clears it. It's Mbappe and misses. That was an opportunity. Oh, I was going to do some changes, but it looks like we've got a little chance here. It's cleared. And it's back into Theo. He's having another run. I mean, he's looks like the most creative player. And Mbappe misses another chance. 2 golden chances for the best French player. And it's another highlight for us. We're starting to really rack the chances up. Pogba this time just over the top. Well, we sit here 67 minutes in. I don't believe we played too badly. Mbappe has not been great. So what do we do? What do we do? Do we bring on... Right, Fekir is not a bad shout there. Is there something he could play a little bit more effective? I know Shadow Striker seems to work for him quite well. And Theo Hernandez, I don't know. He is looking tired. Let's bring Lamar on. And we'll go with that for now. I mean, I can't believe Mbappe's had 2 chances that he should have put away and he's not scored either of them. That's disappointing. Right. It might be a Giroud moment. Who knows? Well, it's a nice challenge there. It's a little bit uncontrolled, but here's Mbappe. Certainly the amount of chances we've had, we deserve to win this. Lamar, come on. Mbappe and Pogba from close range. Paul Pogba does what Mbappe has not been able to do, and we are 2-1 up. And this has been a lot closer than I would have wanted, but in my opinion, we have played well enough. I'm going to have to make some changes though, because there are some tired legs out there. I think Rabiot is going to have to come on in the centre. We'll bring him on for Kante. And Dembele on the right. We'll put Kingsley Coman on that side. And I think I've got one more I can make. Koundé for Varane. There we go. 3 changes right in the last 10 minutes. Hopefully we're good enough here just to see this out and just pick up those first 3 points. We've not been at our very best. Oh, there we go. Pogba. That's the height that he brings, the physical presence that he brings that most of the rest of the French team, at least going forward, don't have. So, yeah, very nicely done. And it's gone from not so comfortable now to comfortable, playing much better. Benzema, I don't know whether it is a tiring Tunisian side or whether it just kind of lost their mojo, but finally Mbappe gets on the score sheet 4-1. But it's taken its time, this side and this game to boil into life, hasn't it? My God. Yeah, Benzema down the end, and Mbappe, it is a stunning finish there. Just chance after chance at the end here. What are they going to do? Are they going to have a chance of their own? I mean, it was a... Oh no, it's Kingsley Coman. He's done wonderfully well. And he just toe pokes it into Mustafa's chest. Yeah, I've been pleased actually. I've been very, very happy with the second half. We've been awesome. We've created chances. The whole squad, all the players who've come on have done well, I think. Oh dear me, that's offside surely. There's no way he was onside. He was. Oh, it's allowed, you know. It's allowed. Elias. That's a worry, isn't it? There's more coming, is there? 2-4. Well, here we go. Here's Benzema. He goes all the way out to Lamar. Here's now Kimpembe. He's running for it. Pogba. Rabiot. Or Coman now on the right side. Not sure what's going on. Rabiot. Upamecano. What are you doing? Coman he's got a bit of space now. Can he get the ball in? He can. And there it is. It's Pogba with a hat-trick. That's not bad. 5-2 win against Tunisia. Like 5 of the goals in the last 10 minutes, was it? Maybe even more. Yeah, well, 79th minute was the third goal. And yeah, Pogba hat-trick in... Yeah, from the 79th minute. Absolutely mad. Lots of goals. Maybe we could have been a bit better at the back, perhaps. But good second half. Defensively, considering I was saying that's where we're strong, we need to think about that. But maybe it's just, 3 at the back isn't ideal as a defensive, to keep teams out. But we will see. We will see. Let me know what you thought of the formation, what you thought of the performance, the team, all that sort of stuff. We'll be coming back for the next match, which I think is against Denmark. We're going to have to put, I think, a much stronger formation out, as in one that plays to our strengths a little bit more. So I'll be thinking hard about the formation that we need to play. I want you to put that formation in the comments. What do you think would be the most effective formation to go out against Denmark with the team we've got? Do we play with wing backs? Do we go 3 at the back? Do we just do a 4-4-2 and be done with it? Let me know. Anyway, folks, I've really enjoyed this. I think France is going to be a lot of fun. I think the restrictions going to make it a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.